everyone, Charlene Bauer, Ladies Off-Road Network, and are you guys ready for this? It is the 2019 4th Annual Ladies Off-Road Network Challenge, and we are ready to rock and roll. It is on like Donkey Kong. Right? So, on like Donkey Kong, hopefully the only people watching should be the ladies that are signed up for the Ladies Off-Road Network Challenge 2019. If you're not signed up, don't stress out. You can still sign up, all right? So you can still go to ladiesoffroadchallenge.com and sign up. You can still register. There is no issues with that at all. It just means you get and see what I'm going to show you in a minute tonight. After I get done with now live at 3, which is challenge only, and then live at 5, which will be our normal, regular scheduled evenings as normal. So that is the plan. Here is the plan for today. Ladies Off-Road Challenge, week number 1. Week number 1, we are going to talk about, holy cow, yes, that's really a topic. And then we're going to talk about Basecamp, since y'all have had a minute to get in there and play around. We're going to talk about the end game, the top 10 weekend. We're talking about points. We're going to talk about the convention 2019. And then, of course, we'll talk about what you really want to talk about, which are the 3 challenges that just got released. So challenge number 1, challenge number 2, and challenge number 11. Why go in order? I mean, really now, you know how we go. So if you're just joining in right now, what this is Ladies Off-Road Network Challenge week number 1 release. If you are not part of the challenge already, you can still join us. I really encourage you to join us. And let's start with that. This is the holy cow topic that I was just saying. Wow. So I really, when I put this program together, I really wanted 100 ladies to join in. That was what I wanted. I wanted 100 ladies to join in. And with a goal of 150, okay? So those were my numbers. That's internal numbers. I'll tell you that now. So I wanted 100, a goal of 150. I gotta tell you, right now, just before we went live, I think we actually just gained one more lady, but the last time I ran the spreadsheet, we're at 161 ladies that are going to participate in the Ladies Off-Road Challenge this year. That means you guys get to read 161 ladies' stories. You get to see pictures. All these ladies get to go and do welding and do amazing things. Stepping outside your comfort zone. So I am so dang proud of you. So proud. I want everybody to throw some hearts down, because this is a huge thing. And this morning, it was kind of noonish. Let's say noonish. When I jumped into the all group, which I'll show you guys what I mean in a minute. When I jumped into that all group and I saw everybody chatting and saying, yeah, this is where I'm from, in our campfire, like that's literally what it's called. It just gave me goosebumps, like, oh my gosh, all these awesome women are in here, and wouldn't it be cool if we were next to a campfire right now saying that? So throw down some huge hearts for everybody that's participating. Again, if you're not in the challenge yet, you can still be in the challenge. It'll still be open. It'll actually still be open pretty much throughout the entire phase. You just have less time to get the challenges done. So join us. Don't think that you cannot. The other thing that I thought was really cool is we posted that if you couldn't afford to be in the challenge, I didn't want it to become a money thing, that you could apply for a scholarship. On the flip side, we had an opportunity for ladies to scholarship somebody, to work with somebody, and I don't know how it worked out, but it worked out perfect. So 4 ladies asked for help. 3 ladies had already submitted their scholarship money in to help, And then a fourth one had said, hey, if somebody needs help, give me a call. And so I called her this morning and said, are you in? She's like, yeah, I'm in. So all four ladies that asked for help are in with their scholarship. And that also throws some major hearts for that too, because that is the way that this should go. That's the way it went down. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. And I'm really proud of everybody for participating in that scene. You know, it's hard to ask for help. That might have been their number one challenge, was just asking for help. And sometimes, you know, it's so easy to be on that other generous side. So the scholarship ladies, I'm putting you together in an email tonight after I'm done with these lives. Like, I really wanted to give those emails some time, not just say, oh, meet this person, meet this person. So yep, you guys will get matched up tonight on email so you know who each others are. I think the other cool thing is, you know, I was working all night last night. You guys were getting those emails at all kinds of times in the morning. But what was really neat about that is there was names that I recognized clearly, and there's a group of names that I don't recognize. And that to me is also awesome. So welcome to the ladies that I haven't met yet. I so look forward to meeting you. I so look forward to doing cool things with you. And I think we all feel that way. And then the ladies that names I did recognize, I'm like, heck yeah, glad to see you in here. Go girl, you got this. So it's gonna be fun. Is everybody excited? Yay! Okay, so there's the yay. There's the oh my gosh. That's checked off the list. Okay, so this was funny. We're gonna talk about Basecamp next, because that was what? Challenge 0, meaning you have to get into Basecamp in order to get any of your challenges, and you can do this. So Wanda Gomez has the quote of the day for me. I just started literally laughing out loud. And so I wrote it down in my notes. I'm like, oh, I'm going to share this. She's like, I've been digging around, because that was the wording, right? Dig around, find everything in Basecamp. She's like, I've been digging around, but I may need a bigger shovel. LOL. There's a lot of great working tools in here. So I'm really cool to hear that is, you guys are getting in there, you're digging around, you're seeing things. If I can give you the tip of tips, and I think some people have already caught on to this, but this is a really big thing. Basecamp has 2 ways to look at it: on your laptop, on your desktop, and then as an app. Please, please, please find a desktop, find a laptop to look at Basecamp and understand how it functions, because it's so graphically awesome and so intuitive when you can see it on the desktop. Then you can use your app on your phone, which I'll show you. Oh no, I won't show you because my phones are right there. But then you can use your phone app in order to navigate once you understand where you have to navigate to. All right, so that's a big scene. As far as a big tip, find a laptop, find a desktop, understand what Basecamp looks like, and then their app is secondary. Now, their app is going to be important to you, to some people, most people that are using their phones for their pictures and proofs, etc. Because you can literally upload straight into the folders from your phone. And we'll go through that. I'll show you the how-tos. There'll be more how-tos in the in Basecamp as we go, so that you can have some how we really are going to use this. But hopefully you've already found that, which is the how-to and the challenge all. So if you guys want to freak out, first of all, I just posted about notifications. If you are challenged with notifications, like imagine having all of you, I'm getting all your notifications. If you're challenged with notifications, you can turn them down, but don't turn them off, okay? Because if you turn them off, now you're not ever going to know what's happening in there. So figure out at least some way for you to get notifications so that you can keep in the loop with what's going on. I don't want to post something and then you never know about it because you turned off your notifications all the way. So snapping down on it. So there's a couple different things that you guys are seeing, and I'll show you my screen, which is a little more aggressive. So you're going to see challenges all under team, challenge all. So this is what that looks like, and it's backwards, and I know there's lights in it and all kinds of crazy. Under the challenge all, you have the campfire that we were just talking about. You also have the message board, all right? And under the message board, that has how to use Basecamp for the challenge. You click on it once, and then you have to click on it again. This is really, really, really important. Take some time and read this for me, please, because this is where it says, okay, Basecamp will be our main communication. This is how each one of these categories is used. The desktop versus the phone app, who's in the teams, who's in the all, who's in the regional, and then the projects and what the projects are all about and everything lined up. So again, going back to trying to answer most all your questions, and there's been a few questions in there, I'm like, man, the answers are here. You just got to go read it. So that is your first step. All right, your first step is getting in there to challenge all, go to the message board and read how to use Basecamp for challenges. Then, while we're in that same zone of teams, you'll notice that you have different regions. So I'll jump in to one of the regions. So as an example, here's the Arizona region. Everybody's lined up at front. They've all been chatting in the campfire, just saying their hellos. This is where you guys can work together. Okay, so you can put a message board up that says, hey, who wants to do this project together? Is there somebody that can help me edit something, or whatever your challenge is? But you don't want to go to the big group. You just feel more comfortable talking to a smaller group, or you're trying to do something local together with the challenge in mind. Okay, that's what we're focused on in here. It's not about everything else right now. This is a very focused challenge moment. Like I see you guys talking about Overland Expo. We'll talk about that at Live at 5. All right, so this is challenge. Live at 5 will then be talking about Overland Expo. So the Arizona region, or your region, is that place where you can get together and you can understand that scene. Now, when I was doing this last night, I started realizing, I'm like, okay, well, there's some states that you're onesie twosies. There's not a lot of people in your quote region. So you'll see where I started grouping states together. And you may say, oh, wow, that's random, right? Well, it is kind of random, but at the same time, I didn't want like onesie, twosie, threesies out there. I wanted to build you enough of a group to where you have that 6 to 8 to 10 ladies in there. And now you feel like you have a smaller hub of people that you can even get together with, because you are kind of within, I don't know, quite a few hours, I'm sure, for some of you. But at least you're within the same region. So that's how those are put together. If you're looking at it and you're like, oh my gosh, like how did she come up with these 4 states packed into one deal? I'm like, yeah, because there's one girl in this state and she needs to be a part of a region group. And so we pulled her into your group. All right, so love her the same, just because she may not be in your particular scene. All right, so that is the regionals. Now, what really matters, so that's where you guys are kind of chatting within the big group and then within your local group. What really matters now is your page, right? So you and I are the only ones right now in your page. There will be a couple others that will be adding in, because I'm going to need help with keeping up with all the challenges, right? But this is really cool. So this is what I want to make sure that you guys are seeing. I almost want to turn that light off, but we're not going to. Here, so the campfire right now, if you were to post in there, that's a conversation between you and I, because I'm the only other one in there. All right. The message board, that's where you see the challenges are actually already posted. So we have your challenges will be posted here. Challenge 1 picture, challenge 11 heart, and challenge 2 story. I'll jump into those in a second once we finish this scene. The to-dos. So you can create your own to-dos. I created a to-do list that says I'm awesome, because I already put all of your to-dos in here for completing your challenges. So once you complete a challenge, now I need to make something extremely clear here. This means it's done. Like done, done, done. We are going to your folder and we are going to count points based on what's going on. So notice on challenge 1, there's 2 completes because we have a complete for the picture and then we have a complete for the social post since they're completely different times, all right? So don't click that until you're serious. That's a legit deal because you can't unclick it, by the way. Now, you can create your own to-do list again. So now you can create new list and name this list like challenge 1. And then you can create a whole bunch of things underneath challenge 1 of things that you need to do if you want to use this tool. If you don't want to use this tool, that's fine. Doesn't matter to me as long as you're playing within our to-do list and you check those off when you tell us that they are ready to rock and roll. All right, so we'll go back. So that's the to-do. The schedule, oops, go back. The schedule is in the bottom left-hand corner. It's kind of similar, but not, because this is giving you actually dates and deadlines. So your schedule is very aggressively placed, I think, at this point. If you were to look at it, I felt a little aggressive, but it's not built to be aggressive, okay? So you can see that there's little dots under the numbers, and that means that there's something going on. So today, on the 14th, we have challenge 1, 2, and 11 released, plus our live at 3. So that's why there's so many dots on Tuesdays, because we'll be releasing them just like this. So Tuesday, May 21st, there we go. We got all these completes. And then you'll start seeing where things are due. So challenge number 2 is already due by next Tuesday, and we'll talk about that in a minute and how the point system works. And then you can see challenges released, and then down here you start seeing that they're due, they're due, they're due. And then July 2nd, July 9th, and then Friday, July 19th, the very last one. That's where it's like, all right, guys, we're at the end here. We're at the end, so you got to get us what we need to do. So that's in there, and it'll just kind of roll down. It'll give you some notifications along the way. And then the automatic check-ins, don't worry about that. That's just going to ping you a couple every other week or so that will say, hey, what do you, how are you doing on your challenges? What are your goals for accomplishing them? Anything we can do to help you be successful. It's just like an easy way for us to chat back and forth. Now, the maybe most important is this Docs and Files folder at the edge. The Docs and Files folder is where you're going to actually submit your challenge. Okay, so I already set them all up for you, and they'll be changing as we release each of the challenges. So like challenge number 1, we'll talk about, but it's a picture, so there's nothing in there for you to put. You just have to put your picture in there. Challenge number 2 is your story. So there's already a doc in here. You just double click on this. And then the 3 clicks at the top here, the 3 buttons at the top, will allow you to edit this document. And then you can come in and paste your title, paste your body in, and any photo credit, which again we'll talk about, but this is already set up for you. All you have to do is come in and manage it. All right? And then you have to add in your pictures. Again, you just got the notification, like if you need to learn how to use Basecamp, their help is really awesome. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time us making a help deal. It doesn't make a ton of sense. But the biggest piece is these 3 dots. You can move things around, or over here where it says new, you can upload files. So uploading files would be like uploading your pictures in here. Add to Google Drive, Dropbox. You can pull things in, make a new folder, start a new doc. So it's very simple to use once you kind of get used to it. And I do realize getting used to it's a little bit of a challenge. Back to my number 1 tip, find a desktop. Find a desktop, find a laptop, so that you can look at it like this. If you're just looking at it on your phone app, it's way too hard to learn. Once you learn it on your desktop, once you learn it that way, then you can turn it into your phone app and it'll make a ton of sense, all right? So those are the 6 different areas of your Basecamp. So now I clicked into message board. Message board is where your challenges are going to be stored. And so it says your challenges will be posted here, which is just like a general wall. And then here is challenge number 1. So you can click into challenge number 1. You can read this. Again, this is something, again, you can read on your phone, right? Or if you're out somewhere and you're trying to do this, you can just jump right in and check it out or refresh what you were trying to figure out. The other piece is at the top, right here, this is a PDF to print. So I'm encouraging you to actually go ahead and print this PDF. And you can click on it. There's actually at the bottom here, view in full size or download. And then you can print that PDF. And that way you have it with you and you can reference it as you'd like. Some people read off the internet better. Some people read off paper better. You do you. All right? But that is what is available. So you have it 2 different ways to look at it. You have it internet-wise, and you have it PDF-wise, where you can print it wise. Okie dokie. Basecamp. Any questions on Basecamp? Let's get through those first. If there's anything that's really pending on Basecamp, go ahead and throw it down. I'd like to say hello to everybody. So everybody wave, say hi. We got through Basecamp. That's challenge 0. That's challenge 0. So any questions on Basecamp really fast, and then we will move on to the end game. All right. I'm going to take it you guys are going to figure out Basecamp because everybody is super smart. And if not, we can use the help button. And if not, you can always ask and we'll get it going. All right? So throw some hellos and let's talk about the end game. So of course, we're all trying to race to a cupcake. Right? So what's the cupcake? Like, what are we really after here? Why are we doing this again? Well, we're doing this, number 1, for you. That is the number 1 reason that you're doing it. To strive, to push yourself, to do something new, to be, to try something new, right? Like, that's the big deal. So, that is the end game, why we're doing it. But there's a top 10 weekend also. So the top 10 weekend is where 10 ladies get to come somewhere. I'm not 100% saying that we're going to do it in Arizona this year. It's going to be in October, and I have a couple weekends that we can work off of, so we can work with everybody that ends up in the top 10 weekend. And because it's in October, we can kind of go to a lot of different locations. You know, before it was just because of the month that needed to be here, but I don't know. I might try something different. We'll see. We'll see. But I would still lean towards Arizona, because Arizona in October is really nice also. Anyways, the top 10 weekend. How do you get to the top 10 weekend? This is answering somebody's question about points, and I'll roll into points right after that. Like, what's all these points about, and why are we doing the points? Because there is an end game, right? Like, we do want everybody to strive to do the best that you can, and so we have this top 10 weekend. The top 5 in points. Top 5 in points will go to the top 10 weekend. So top 10 meaning 10 ladies, top 5 in points will go to top 10 weekend. So you're going to see some girls hustling for some points, right? Which I hope you are. I think that that's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm here to encourage you to do it because I think that's pretty awesome. So that'll be the top 5. Then there's going to be 2 that will be voted on by the group that's in Basecamp now. So in the all, at the end, you'll see me come in and say, okay, we need to nominate and vote for 2 ladies out of this group. One is going to be the cheerleader, like who's the best cheerleader, who really made an impact on the group. And then another one is going to be who really tried hard, but ... All right, and still don't really have the best name for that, but you know what we're doing. So somebody that's really trying, they're putting full effort in, but maybe didn't get all the points. Like they were doing the best they could. So those two people are actually going to be voted on by the group. Then there will be 3 more ladies that will get to come, and they are pulled by a random draw. So depending on how many challenges you finish, which you may not finish them all, that's just life, right? Life happens, and this has been our conversation going into this. You're going to strive to do every single one, and if you don't, well, you're going to do the best you can. So depending on how many you finish, let's say you finish 6 and then life happens, then your name goes into the pot 6 times. So you have the opportunity to be one of those 3 people with your name in there 6 times. Of course, the odds are in your favor the more people or the more challenges that you finish. So if you finish all 11 challenges, but you're not in the top 5 in points, your name is in the bucket 11 times. And so that is still a striving goal as far as I'm concerned, right? Like getting those odds up into your favor. I really like this program too because essentially anybody can go. Anybody could be part of the top 10 weekend. It's not going to be like it's, you know, the top 10 in points just fighting for each other. There's a lot more opportunity out there for everybody. So yay to that. Now, talking about points, each challenge will have a set number of points, which is 10. And then there will be a way in which you add up to that 10, all right? To get a completion of a challenge, you have to gain 70% of the points. So for those non-math majors, of 10 points, that means you have to have 7 points, okay? It's that C average, right? So you have to have the 7 points. That 7 points gets your name in the pot. That's what that does. So as long as you hit that 7, that's one that goes into the pot. And I'm trying to make it as easy as possible, you guys. I'm not trying to make this like super difficult. So hitting your 7 really shouldn't be that difficult if you're like staying on time, getting at the deadlines, like doing what it asks you to do. Shouldn't be very hard. And then we will have a working Excel sheet that's going to be posted. So as we go through, you check off that you completed a task. We will go in, get your points together, and then we'll put it into this Excel sheet, and everybody will be able to see it all the time. So it will actually be a working doc that you will be able to see consistently. So I'm really happy about that too. That is not up yet. It's not available yet. That will come out in a couple weeks. Like you guys, you got work to do right now. There's no points involved for the second. Like you just got to get the work going. I'm going to get you getting the work going, and then I'll get the points going, and so you guys can keep track of that. So the first couple ones that come in, you'll see how that starts playing. And of course, we'll be talking about this live at 3 every Tuesday. And so we'll be able to keep that up to date for you and show you how that looks and works as it's available. Perfect. The other end game to this Ladies Off-Road Challenge is actually the convention. So Ladies Off-Road Convention is the week of August 1st to the 4th. And as Bonnie so generously reminded me yesterday while I'm in the middle of the hunt of posting this, that's only 12 weeks away. So start making your plans to the convention. As you now are participating in the Ladies Off-Road Challenge, one of the very exciting pieces to the convention is actually Saturday night's gala. Saturday night's gala is where we will celebrate everybody that participated in the challenge and announce the top 10 ladies that would be going. So the 5 in points will be announced that night. No, you will not know ahead of time who's top 5 in points. You might have an idea, but we're going to cut those points off to the public because that would be fun. What would be the fun in that? So we're going to cut them off to the public just before like the last couple come in. You know what? Let's just make an executive decision here. Anything that's due on the 19th, you will not know those points until we get to the convention. So you will not know exactly what's going on and who those top 5 are. The other piece is the 2 ladies that you guys vote on will be announced on that Saturday night, and the 3 random draws will be happening on that Saturday night. So that's part of the convention. I encourage you to come for the whole convention, of course. Like, it's amazing weekend. You can bring a friend, half off. There's a lot of opportunities. It's in Atlanta this year. You do not need a vehicle. You just need to fly in. You just need to get there and have a great time. The gala is going to be different this year. It's something new that I'm trying, and so I want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to participate. If you cannot come to the entire convention, I do get it. Like, life happens, right? But I do not want you to feel excluded that you cannot come to Saturday night's gala because it is part of the challenge. So there will be gala only tickets available. These will be very limited, and the limit will be based on the room size of which we end up with. And we're working all those details out right now. Men will also be welcome to come to the gala. I think it's really important. Like, if you had somebody last night texted that her son is helping her with this, you know, if your husband's helping you with it, if somebody is a huge support to you and it's a guy, we want them there. If you want them there, if they've been supporting you and you want them there to support you as you walk up on stage, heck yes. I'm all in 100%. So that gala atmosphere will have a different atmosphere from the rest of the convention. And then we'll ditch all those people and we'll come back to Sunday morning and have our convention group back again. So our convention will be all day Thursday, Friday, 3/4 of the day on Saturday. We'll add a whole bunch of people on Saturday night, and then we'll come back to our group on Sunday morning. And then, of course, we do add our shelter ladies on Sunday afternoon as our give back. So we're doing something different there, but I wanted to put that on your list now because that is important as part of the end game. Okay, I think I've gotten through any questions through the startup. If anybody has any questions on the startup, anybody has any questions on the challenge, now is the time to ask, especially if you want to hear me say it, like answer with a voice. Otherwise, I'm going to jump into the challenges and start talking about this. You have a question about where is your package. Your package is right here. It has not left yet. In fact, there's labels on them. I'm not going to turn this one around and show you somebody's address. There's labels on them, but they haven't left yet. Just like I told you in the beginning, there was a little snafu, and so we have patience on the packages. But you know what? Who gets frustrated with the statement? Everything happens for a reason, right? Well, everything happens for a reason, and I'm actually really excited that the packages didn't go out, because now the way that we got the scheduling all laid down, it's actually going to be really cool. If you can't make it to the convention, we're going to be super sad. That's what I have to say about that. Yeah, I'm going to be super sad if you can't make it to the convention, but that does not eliminate your opportunity to be a part of the top 10. You will just not be there to celebrate yourself on the stage with everybody. Is that okay? Is that the answer to the question that you were asking? Okay, can the give back be something I'm currently working on or a new one for the challenge only? So we'll talk about that as we talk about challenge 11. Sounds good, because I think I'll be able to answer that one pretty easily. So anything about the startup of the challenge, Basecamp, and we're ready to rock and roll? Oh, I'm still looking for questions for a second. Yes, this is our official ride for the Ladies Off-Road Challenge. Bam! I went shopping the other day and I found it in the clearance aisle, baby. So of course I had to buy it. Look, it has a little winch too, so you guys know if you come to class, trail training classes, we got a new ride. Oh yeah. The official Ladies Off-Road Challenge. Alright. Cool. Okay. Ask questions if you need to. But here we go. Challenge number 1. What should we do? The O face? Oh. Challenge number 1. Here we go. I'm going to work off the PDF. You guys can work off the PDF. and you can also look at it online. I want you to know that this was a lot of fun for me to put together. This is the first time, I mean, I talk about this stuff all the time, but actually putting a PDF together for it was very rewarding to me. So I'm actually excited about this too. Challenge number 1, submit a picture, the task, and notice how I have this lined out to you. I recognize that different people communicate different ways, and so I have a lot of different, you'll see me say things the same thing 2 different ways, and I do that on purpose because everybody has a different personality type, and I'm trying to make sure that it registers the best, all right? So, task, submit a picture of your picture in your fancy frame. The deadline is Sunday, June 2nd. The attachment, that's the attachment. Description, take an awesome picture of yourself, customize your frame, write a few words about yourself and off-roading, then share and be proud of you. So the steps are, take an awesome picture of yourself doing what you love, which is off-roading. You may already have a picture that fits this criteria listed below, which is great. Use what you have or create new. It's totally up to you. So I did give you an out there. Like if you have a great picture that has the framing is correct, where the color is correct, the shadows are correct, the lighting. There's no trees growing out of the top of your head. If you read this already, you know what I'm talking about. Your boobs and butt are working for you. And did you notice, did you love this? Let me go ahead. What did I do? Shot 1, I even circled it. I'm like, let me take one for the team right now and highlight my fat rolls. Like I did that on purpose. I'm like, I can't even stand like that all squished over because I'm so used to doing boobs and butts like the second a camera comes around. So this is 2 different body types that I did the other day of what that looks like. What should you wear? What should you take the picture with? Some bonus editing tips for your phone. And then we talked about the different types, which we'll get into that in a second. Okay, squirrel, right? So take an awesome picture of yourself. I decided challenge number 1, we should start with the hardest challenge first. And from here, everything else will be easy. Because everybody hates taking pictures of themselves. Even I do. Print out the picture. So a 4x6, a vertical or horizontal, doesn't matter to me. Walgreens, Walmart, somewhere like that, they have these places now where you can just easily print out a picture. And then, or you can print it on your printer at home, if that's all you have. Just do what you got to do to get that baby printed out. And then you're going to get crafty with your frame. Now, like I said, I know that your package hasn't come yet, so I'm showing you what this frame looks like. It's wood. These nice people will disappear with your fancy picture. So this is the frame that will be coming in the package. It is wood, so you can start getting some crafty ideas going on how you are going to craft this picture frame. There's so many ideas. I'm not even going to tell you what to do because you're going to do you on that one, right? And there's like a little base here. So you can move it. You can either make it horizontal or vertical. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So that's what the picture frame looks like. It will be provided in the package. So you're not going and buying one. I need them all to look the same. Once you get that done, once you get the picture in the frame and the picture in your frame done, now you're going to take a picture of this. And this is the picture that we want you to give to us. Because this is the picture that we're going to create a huge gallery of all 161 ladies and share that gallery. It's going to be so exciting. So not only is like the frame going to be fun to see how everybody decorated it, but then all the pictures inside, it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited about that. But you need to make sure that it's cropped perfectly, which there is a full graphical description of what to do and what not to do. This is the not to group. That's the to group. Then in addition, we need to write 50 minimum words to 100 maximum words about what you love about off-roading, why you off-road, something interesting about you. So just give me a couple words, a few words. 50 words is not difficult, that you will be able to get so that I can post it with your picture. Like, okay, Mo's right there. So this is Mo Slaughter, and she loves to go off-roading because da 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 da. But you gave me those words. Like, I don't have a ton of time to go research everybody when you know you. So you tell me what you want everybody to know about you, and it can be based on that picture. Both of those will be added into your challenge number 1 folder. Then, okay, so that's the first click. So once you get that challenge into that picture into your folder, now you click it off in the to-do. And that needs to be done by June 2nd. Mo, you will have your picture frame way before June 2nd, so you have time to get the frame fancy before June 2nd. But what I will say is, that's why I'm being very aggressive about showing you this, so you can start planning it even though it's not in your hands at this exact moment, right? So then, once they get posted, then I will post them on Facebook and individually through Instagram. Once posted, please share proudly to your Facebook and Instagram pages. If you do not have social media, which I agree and understand some people do not, and I've never made that a requirement to this, I do ask that you have a friend or a family member share it for you. So get one share out there somehow, all right? It's a screenshot, and then you prove that, and you post that in, and then there's your total points. So this is what the total points looks like, since I know you guys are just starting out with this. So there's total points, and it tells you exactly how each one of the points you can achieve, and then what's the proof of the point, right? Like how I have got it figured out into what is already happening. So total points. 1 is received by the deadline. Okay, total points. A headshot is 1 point, or a body shot is 2 points, or an action shot is 3 points. So if you're like super after points, you need to work on grabbing that action shot, right? Which of course is going to be the harder one to grab. A body shot, it's hard, and a headshot, we could do that in the house if we wanted to. Your resolution and your crop size, making sure that everything is medium res, cropped nice and perfect, that square shot that we're talking about. Submit it with 150 to 100 words, customize your frame. And again, I reiterated that the frame is provided. And then once we post your picture on Ladies Off-Road Network, a point to share on Facebook and a point to share on Instagram. All right, you guys can read all this. I don't need to read it for you. And then I really got busy. So this was pretty fun about how to frame a picture. And you'll notice this is actually something that we did in the garage event like a year ago. And I said, hey, take a picture of me really fast wiping down the Jeep, because I need to show, the partners that we have the Jeep out here and we're keeping it clean, right? We're getting ready to go to downtown LA, to Hollywood actually. So I was getting it all fancied up. So you can see where in the first picture, she just like grabbed my phone, took the picture, and I'm like, oh, nope, that's not gonna work. And all of a sudden this turned into a how to take a picture morning. So the first one isn't gonna work. The second one, we backed out a little bit and got all the graphics now inside the window. And I'm not that much smaller, like it still works out good. But on the tire, the BF was missing. And so by backing out just a little bit more, now we got the whole logo on the tire, got that. And then I cropped out the garage because he needs to do the garage, plus my license plate was right there and there's like a purse on the bumper. So then I cropped that out on this side and cropped the garage out on that side. And now, shwabam, there it is. Right? You got a nice picture. And she stood in the same spot. That's the same spot that she was standing. She just adjusted the picture, adjusted the camera just a little bit. What's in the background? Look at your surroundings of the picture. you know, by stepping one little piece to the right or to the left, like all of a sudden, have you ever taken a picture and then you go to crop it and there's a tree sticking out the top of your head or a power pole or something, where if not even you stepped, but your photographer stepped one person, one width to the right or the left, that would not be sticking out the top of your head. Recognizing what's in the background. Lighting is very important. Using it to your advantage. So here is where the shadow, the sun is coming from behind the vehicle, so it's creating a huge shadow. You can hardly even see her in this picture. I literally turned the Jeep around and used the sun to our advantage, and look at the difference. Look at how she popped out in that picture and how great that was. Then I showed you how I went ahead and just did a simple color edit and a simple crop that you can do right on your phone, and shabam, there's another option. So by just rotating the vehicle around, I was able to get that different picture. And what that is too is, as a photographer, your sun is to the back. So anytime you have a camera in your hand and you're really trying to get a great shot, find the sun, get it to your back, and now look at what's around you, and that's where you can start taking your pictures. There's also some inside light tips there. The boobs, the butt, and the chin. I said it and I put it in there, but really what the boobs is actually about having your shoulders back. So you go from the fat roll to having your shoulders back, your shirt all of a sudden falls nicely. Pushing your butt out actually helps too. Your chin, if you stick your chin out or if you look up versus, you know, how I'm looking down here, you have your chin rolls going on. Just some tips. None of us like to look fat. We all look fat, or we all think we look fat anyways. Then there's some editing tips. All right, so here's some examples of headshots, full body shots, or action shots, because they're like, well, what does that mean, right? So here's a headshot at the top, and where your head, minimum body, you're just really featuring your smile, you're featuring what's going on. Your full body shot, you got a vehicle in there, you got something more exciting in there. And then your action shot is down at the bottom. Lots of different opportunities for action. If you are going to include a vehicle though, get your head in it. Like, we need to be able to see you. So I'd prefer if you weren't inside a vehicle. We really want to, like, it's really about you. It's not about your vehicle right now. This picture is about you. So the vehicle is a secondary piece to it, right? But, you know, if we're going to do action, really work for it and make sure that we can see you. All right? So those are the 3 different ones. Again, remembering you get 1 point if you just do the headshot, 2 if you do body, and 3 if you're working for the action shot. And then it says how to decorate the frame, which I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Pretty much whatever you want to do, you make it you. But the picture to submit the frame is really important. This one I actually did on my floor, and it was at nighttime, so you can see how I was fighting the light, how the flash blew it out. We need 1 constant color to the back because I'm probably going to cut it out. So if you guys can help me out with that, I'd really appreciate it. All right. Yay! Everybody okay with challenge number 1? Yeah, I know. You're your own worst photo critic. Just remember that. So be nice to yourself while you're doing this challenge. That is a hard one. Trust me, I know it. I know pictures are a challenge. I take them a lot. Therefore, I know what I like. I know how I need to stand in order to feel the best I can. And anybody that's taken a picture with me, you see me do it. Like, it's for real. It's literally for real. I'm like, all right, picture time. Whoa, cameras are out. Let's stand up straight, boobs out, you know, and go from there. And then have a ton of fun with your frame. I'm excited to see them all. I'm excited to see everything. I'm just excited. All right. Yes. So I just saw, let's see. I just saw a name, Catherine, saying about that she's new to her story, but that's actually even more fun to some degree. Your journey is fresh, your journey is new. How did you get here? Like, how did you get to this moment in time? So you have maybe a little more visibility on that right now, where some of us are like, I don't know, just been in the dirt. So challenge number 2 is the next hardest one, I feel, and that is writing your story. Writing your story. Submit your story in 10 pictures. 10 pictures, because we're posting this story on Ladies Off-Road Network. I can't wait. This is going to be a lot of work, and you're going to hear me talking about a lot of work during this one, all right? That's 161 stories as of this afternoon, and I'm sure, again, if you guys are just tuning in, you can still be part of the Ladies Off-Road Challenge. Absolutely. That's a lot of stories to post. That's also a lot of stories to read, and I encourage you to read them all. I do. The deadline. There's actually 3 deadline dates here. This is one of those pieces where the total points is, again, separated, just like I did in the pictures, as making the harder one harder. So by Tuesday, May 21st, that's next Tuesday. That's how you get your 3 points. The Saturday, June 1st is 2 points. And then by Tuesday, July 2nd is 1 point. Here's how I feel about this. I don't feel like we will do anybody any justice if we slam all of these 160 stories up within 10 weeks. I'd like to hold on to some of them as we go through the process. So again, if you get yours in, they're going to go up as they come in. So if you get yours in right away, yours is going to go up right away. If you wait until that July 2nd date, yours is going to be later down the road, which may even be September. I don't really know, right? How this is all going to sort itself as far as dates go. But that's also why we're not attaching any points to social media. Now, Nicole already found my first mess up. And that's because I took out the 2 social media points, but I didn't re-account for them back into my edition. So the total points is 10, but I took out the 2 social media points. So just by submitting your story at any point in time, whenever it is, you get 2 points. That's how we're going to do it. So just doing it makes up those other 2 points that I took out for the social media points, because I don't want that to be where, well, we didn't share it because it wasn't posted within the points time. Fair enough? All right, description. Write a fun article about yourself. Gather up 10 pictures of you off-roading and share about your journey. So you need to write 800-word minimum article about yourself. You are amazing. You do have a story. You do have a journey. Everybody's journey is different. Do not read somebody's story and compare yourself to it. Read somebody's story and appreciate where they're at and what they're doing. Read somebody else's story and say, wow, that's really cool. But don't rewrite your story because of somebody else's story that you just read. That's why I really encourage you to get this done ASAP. I don't want you to get invested in somebody else's story and then have that recreate yours. I want you to write it the way you write it. There's no way to do this. I'm not telling you how to do it. All right? Proofread the article. So, well, let's keep going with this for a second. I want to stay on that how for a second. So the why, the how, why 800 words is because of Google, and that's all explained in here. We want you to rank on Google, which is pretty exciting. So when other ladies are looking up ladies that are off-roading, you can influence somebody without ever knowing it. It's going to be it's easier to do than you think, Kathy, especially with your story. You have the ability to do it. In fact, I even found wordcounttools.com as an example, and I had to test it to make sure it would work. And so I'm like, and up to this point, the doc is 492 words. So you kind of have a visual on that's 500 words right there. Like, that's not that much. You can do this. Ladies, you can do this. Formatting. There is no guideline on how to format your story. I'm not telling you how to do it. There's no wrong. There's no right. No wrong, no right. Just have it flow the way you can. Now, there are tips on how to write, right? And I included those. The first tip that I will give you is get that first paragraph to be biting. Let people understand what your story is about. Like, let people hear the drama, the influence, the whatever, whatever the thing is in that first paragraph, and then expand on it. You lose or gain a reader in the first paragraph. You lose or gain a reader in the listener in the first sentence. So get that first paragraph going to where they want to read more. Then that's the opening, and then the rest of your body kind of explains it and says how that all happened. And then your end paragraph is the wrap up, like bringing it all back together. I did say here, if you want, you can throw in your future goals, but that's not necessary. Like, it's all about your journey to today, because guess what? When we do the challenge next year, just like the girls that did the challenge last year, you have to write your story again. But the coolest part is it's different. Your story will be totally different in 1 year than it is right now. And that's cool. That's exciting too. Come up with a title, a grabbing title, 4 to 7 descriptive words. Don't leave it up to me, because you never know where it might go. So at least try, all right? Don't just give me what I call an email subject line. At least try to give me a good title in there. What do I write about? So here's some great questions. Why did you get into off-roading? How did you get into off-roading? What does off-roading do for you? How has off-roading changed your life? What has been your family's reaction to you being an off-roader? What have you found about the off-road community you didn't expect? What challenges have you overcome on or off the trail within this category? What have you accomplished that you never thought you would or could? Where do you love to go off-roading? What have you learned? So those questions are all over the board. I did not organize them on purpose because I want you to go, oh, this way, this way, this way, that way, this way, that way. But 1 or 2 of those are really going to hit you, and you're going to be like, damn, and you could write about it, and then try and write about it, and then try and pull that together into a story. I did find a really cool, very simple outline on how to write your life story. I did note here, I'm not interested in your life story, we're interested in your off-road story, so you can adjust that, and when you read it, like, we don't need your whole life story, we just want to know a snapshot of it. Okay, so then that's how you write the story. Then proofread the article. This is really, really, really important, and this is, again, a very big point breaker here. Proofread the article. If you aren't good at that, find a friend that can read and proof it for grammar and spelling. But I don't want you to change the story. I don't want them to change your style. So I believe everybody has a writing style, and I'm a little bit different because I definitely have a writing style. You guys can see it. And some people don't like my writing style. So I would submit my editorials to magazines, and then the editor would completely rewrite it. And I got angry. Like, there's magazines I won't write for anymore because I'm like, what's the purpose? Like, why should I write this if he's just going to rewrite the whole damn thing? That's not what we're after. You have your writing style. Be successful with your writing style. Be excited about your writing style and do it that way. What I do need, though, is we do have a standard at Ladies Off-Road Network. So punctuation, capitalization, all that kind of stuff. Like, make sure it flows. Make sure it doesn't look like you're writing a Facebook post and there's LOLs and smiley faces and all that stuff in there. That's not what we're after. We're after a real story, like a real piece that you put together. So get some help. Get some help with that. Edit for punctuation, caps, grammars, presentation, run-on sentences, etc. is important. Also, if you're struggling, having somebody else read it for you may be what you need to help with some flow, or they may say, hey, this is really interesting, but you didn't tap into it, so you didn't dig into it enough. all right? So those are a couple pieces that you can be more successful with too. I really need you to help us with that editing piece. If we have to spend a ton of time editing 160 stories, that's a lot of opportunity that's lost on everything else that we have going on with Ladies Off-Road Network. So please have somebody help you. And it can be within your local groups, right? So if you want to go to the regional group and say, is there anybody in here that can edit this for me? I'd really appreciate it. Hold on, we got to get Instagram back, which we also have to go live at 5, so we can't talk for too much longer. All right, Instagram's back. Yeah, edit. Okay, throw me some love. Throw me some love on the edits. 10 pictures. Submit 10 pictures of you off-roading, whatever that means to you. So one must be a headshot, because I need to post one at the top that says, hi, I'm Jennifer Morton, right? Hi, I'm Nicole. Like, that's what we need to post. A nice picture at the top with your face in it. Then the picture should align with your story from there. So if you're Jen, she has her dirt bikes, she has her race cars, and you know, she has all those types of pieces. If you're Nicole, she has her Jeep now, but all the quads back from when she first started, like when she was a kid out at the dunes. So your pictures are going to be different from everybody else's pictures. If you just got started and you just got a Jeep and that's where you're at right now, take a pic. I bet you have a picture of that Jeep stock sitting on the dealer lot, right? And that's part of your journey. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, I have to go out and take all these off-road pictures. No, the pictures go with your journey. So that may be your family. Maybe the reason that you got it is because of this. Maybe the reason you got it is because of that. All right, once you get all this together, I already showed you when we were doing that tour how you post it into your folder. So you'll copy paste. So it doesn't matter where you build this story. It can be in an email form, it can be in Word, it can be anywhere. It doesn't really matter to me, because you're going to end up taking your final deal and copy pasting it into that doc in that folder, and then you will add in those pictures, upload those pictures. The biggest part with the pictures is you must own them. You must own them. So you must have either taken the picture yourself or had somebody else within your family take the picture. If it's a picture that is watermarked, or if it's a picture that you do not own, somebody else has rights on it, we need you to get us the rights for that picture. And I even gave you wording in here that you can send off. An example, hi, I'm submitting a story to Ladies Off-Road Network. I would like to include the photo that you took of me, and I parentheses attached. Do they have permission to post it? Hopefully they'll come back and say, absolutely, great to support you. Screenshot that, do some things, take a picture of it, and then upload that into the folder so that I know that we can use that picture. Otherwise, I'm gonna tap it out and I'm not gonna be able to use that picture, all right? So make sure that we are very clear on that. Or stay away from watermarked pictures. That's another great way to do it. There was a question earlier today if you can submit a PDF with your pictures listed and included. Here's what you can do. So the answer is no. No. I need you to give me the words, because we have to post this into the website, right? So you have to give me the words and you have to give me the pictures. They're two separate things, and then we put it together and make it look all pretty. However, if you have a particular way that you want your pictures to run with your story, yes, please do. Go ahead and put your layout together really fast, throw a PDF together, and you can put that in there, and then we will lay it out the same way. All right? So that is the way that we can do that. Oh, great question, Bonnie. If you have a Ladies Off-Road Network watermarked picture, I'm giving you permission right now. Yes, you can use it. Any Bauer Media or Ladies Off-Road Network picture that you have permission. I will not attack myself, so we're good there. All right, good question, great question. Once we post, like I said, I took off the points for sharing it with Facebook or Instagram because of the time frame, but I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to do that. If you're a member and you already have your webpage on Ladies Off-Road Network, it will be on there. It automatically links in. It's really a cool program that we have going on there. So dive into this. You have the whole PDF. You can read everything that you want. I kind of surface some of the stuff. But the biggest part is why we need the 800 words, why the dates are the way they are, so we can get going. I really want to get these. I'm really excited to start sharing your stories and reading them. The 10 pictures, making sure that you own them, and then just kind of helping you with some what to write about. And, you know, we can always do that online, or if you have some questions, again, kind of go into your regional group and maybe the girls in there can help you, or talk around your house, you know, talk around your friend group, because it's your friends that know you more than you realize that you know yourself. And I will tell you, the hardest part of that challenge is going to be you talking about yourself and you actually giving yourself credit for the great things that you do. And I need you to give yourself credit for the great things that you do. It's very hard. Trust me. It's very hard. I've had to learn how to do this. I've had to learn how to say, well, yeah. And even still sometimes I talk lightly about the Off-Road Motorsports Hall of Fame winnings, right? And it's like, but it's not a light subject. It needs to be something that you talk about. You need to talk about it. So this is not bragging. You are not bragging. You're telling your story. And I really want you to tell your story. All right. Any questions on that one? I think we did some great questions while we were in there. Heart to the stories. Who is excited to read 160 plus stories? Because we're going to have 170 here soon. Huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm excited to read them all. I really am. That's going to be so amazing. So amazing. Let's help Charlene out and make sure they're edited. Please, please. Please, please. Don't be the topic of my office that morning. Oh, there's a good one, huh? Don't be the topic of Charlene's office. All right. Yeah, I can hardly wait for that. Challenge number 11. Challenge number 11. In all my experience, it is clear that an off-roader's heart is full of golden spirit. I know these opportunities come second nature to you, but I want you to focus on how easy they are to participate in. You have the power to make a direct impact and do great deeds. I want you to take credit for the amazing work that you do. Let's highlight, and as a group also, let's highlight how awesome the off-road community is. These are the little purple things at the top. This is what I'm really after about this challenge, all right? Why I picked these challenges. You'll get my personal feel on each one of them. So the task, log what and when, and make one special post incorporating all the activities. So the deadline is Wednesday, July 17th. It's 2 days before the end of the challenge because you need to get that social post up. And I don't want them all coming up on Friday the 19th because you have something else to do on Friday the 19th as a social post. So Wednesday, July 17th is the date for this. Description: help a follow off-roader, serve the land, refer a new Ladies Off-Road Network member, log what and when, make one special post incorporating all the activities. So I'm not telling you to go, okay, I'm going to do 9 things. I'm going to do these 9 things and I need to make a big deal out of it 9 times. No. None of us work like that. We're all silent. We're all silent but violent, right? We always do great deeds, but we don't talk about them. So what I'm asking you to do is I want you to log these down, and then you will, at the end, put a great social post together saying, wow, this is how this impacted me. These are the things that I did as part of the Ladies Off-Road Network Challenge. And it wasn't because of the challenge. Like, I did it naturally. I just never really thought about I was doing it half the time. And then half the time we're going to have to like go find some trash to pick up, right? And to fill in a couple more. Like, let's be real. Let's just be really honest. So, the steps. Help a fellow off-roader. Be thoughtful. I just said that again. Okay. Then I would suggest that you go print out the form in the challenge number 11 folder to help keep tabs on the list to accomplish. You'll be able to keep this with all your papers. As you accomplish one, log it into the online sheet as a working doc. So you have the printed, I'm a printing person, so I print it and then I have it where I can just like note it if I'm out running around. But then I do want you to go ahead and log it into the online sheet as a working doc so that if I jump in and see, oh, okay, she's doing pretty good, she's got half of them done, or maybe I need to reach out and see if we need some help getting this one done. When you're all completed, make one social post. And again, that's up to you. Like, how do you want to represent the give backs, right? Like, how do you want to do that? I do suggest that you take some pictures along the way because people love pictures. But I'm also not saying like, okay, well, hey, I helped an off-roader. We were going to Glamis, we were at Glamis, Chris and I were at Glamis, and this guy had a trailer tire, a flat tire. His wife flagged us down. We pulled over, and I helped the guy change the tire on his trailer because I had all the tools. I did have Chris take a picture of that. It's okay to take pictures like that. You're not discrediting anybody. You're just trying to document and show what you did. Okay, so it's fine. It is fine. So the total points is very easy. I broke it down. 4 things: help a fellow off-roader, 3 opportunities to serve the land, and 2 opportunities to refer a Ladies Off-Road Network member. And then once you've completed as many givebacks as you can, doesn't mean you have to do them all, right? But as long as you get as many done as you can, that will be the number of points. Then you share your experience. And that has to be done by Wednesday, July 17th. So let's talk about this. Helping a fellow off-roader. It can be a trip. On a trail, something's happening, maybe you winch, maybe you spot, maybe who knows what, right? You come and save the day. It could be at a business or around their house. Maybe you have an off-roader. We have one here that's having some struggles and some challenges. And so maybe you go over and help out with them or take them to one of their treatments or something, right? That's helping a fellow off-roader, you guys. It can be somebody you know, or it can be somebody that you bump into. So I think Summer says, examples help, I'm overthinking it. Yeah, it can be big and it can be small. Luckily, you know that we know kind of some of our off-roaders. Maybe it's just something where you know that this person's having a bad day and you're going to a Jeep event anyways, and so you bring them a bucket of sunflowers, right? And that's helping a fellow off-roader because that's going to brighten their day. That's going to bump them up a level. So take a picture of you and this person with those great sunflowers, and there you go, right? So directions to the mall, says Stacy. Yeah, okay, that's a fellow off-roader story. So there's that. They'll see in the form online, it says who did you help, when, how, a picture link, optional, but I am trying to encourage you to do that so that your post will be nice. And then what impacted you about the situation? Like, why did you do it? Why did you feel like this was helping a fellow off-roader? And it doesn't have to be a paragraph. This is for you to have it so that when you make that post, you kind of are bringing everything back together again. All right? Serve the land. Serve the land. So this is called many different things, like land use, getting involved, cleaning up after somebody, like cleaning up after the people that had their camp down the way, and it was just like ridiculous, right? But there's also other things that you can do. You can help with trail maintenance, going to a meeting, showing up to a meeting and being a person at a meeting is actually important, showing numbers when they're trying to close some of our trails. It can be off-road, it can be in a building on that way, it can be online. Maybe you got something going on in your area and a letter needs to be written to one of your congressmen. Or you can help, one of the congressmen get something done. Or you can help your local land use group do something. Education to gain knowledge to serve the land also counts. So if you do something with Tread Lightly, with Orba, you can also you can write that down too. Like, I'm gaining knowledge in order to be successful, and what did you do in order to gain that knowledge? Did you take the Tread Lightly class? There's one online. Maybe I should give you guys the link to that, and that could just be an easy one if you're looking for something easy there. Serve the land too, go grab a trash bag, right? Last year at King of the Hammers, at the end of the year, I was looking for my phone in the middle of the desert. And so I took a trash bag with me while I walked up and down the trail looking for my phone. And I never found my phone, but I did find a whole bag of trash, right? So get that done. We have a Jeeper coming to NOLA to collect food and donate, helping him. Would that count? Yeah, so he's the Jeeper that needs the help and you guys are collecting food, yes, that helps. If he's a Jeeper putting this organization together, this deal together that is for like homeless people or something, not really. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, then the next one, refer a new Ladies Off-Road Network member. Many ladies actually don't know that Ladies Off-Road Network exists still, and it's new, right? So help ladies know that they have a safe space to be. You guys are here because of that. So let's get that information out there, that there's a safe space for them to be successful in off-road and to access to education. And there's more and more education that's going to be coming out this year as well. So there is a About Ladies Off-Road Network doc that I put into your Challenge 11 folder that helps you be successful with that conversation. It kind of gets everything lined up. And then your who, your when, and what impacted you about this situation. Like, wow, this girl had no idea that Ladies Off-Road Network existed, and now all of a sudden she's really involved and she's doing this or that, or etc., etc. There is a group of you that are not a member yet. So I did make an asterisk on that one. If you are not a member and you become a member, you can log yourself as one of the lines. All right. And the member list, all that information is online, and it's also on that paper that I supplied to you, and we can talk about that later as well. Then you share your experience and use the hashtag Ladies Off-Road Give Back. Hashtag Ladies Off-Road Give Back. Okay, so today was very aggressive because we had challenge release in general, right? Challenge release in general. How to use Basecamp, which is challenge 0. We just released 3 big challenges. 3 big challenges, all of which are amazing. And remember, where's my paper at? Where's my other paper at? Remember our words. The challenge is going to hit skills, tools, mind, and heart. Skills, tools, mind, and heart. So, challenge 1, picture. What's that one? Skills, tools, mind, or heart. What's a picture? Mind? A tool? I don't know. All right. Number 2, your story. That's definitely your mind. You got to work your mind on this one, right? Is that minds? Yep. And then number 11 is heart. This is all about the heart right here. So we have a lot more to go. Clearly, we have a lot of skills and a lot of tools. Like I said, actually, I'm happy that you guys don't have the packages right now because I really want you to focus on the pictures and the story right now. Next week, we'll release another one. And then the week after that, we're going to release 2 more. And you can see this in your schedule, so it's not like anybody doesn't know. You're not over anticipating anything. questions do you have? I know this went really long. Throw some hearts. We made it through 3 challenges, the release of 3 challenges. Yay! We put the hardest ones out first, the picture and the story. If you guys can get through this, don't worry, you can do anything I give you the rest of the time, because these are the hardest. I totally agree with you on that. Yeah, are you guys good? Questions? What do you got for me? If you are coming in late, of course, please rewatch this. This one's going to get buried by our Live at 5 here in a minute. So you're going to have to come back and rewatch it. I'm also going to export it. I'm going to put it on YouTube. The YouTube link will be on our Basecamp all the time. This one's actually going to disappear because I don't want everybody else watching it. They can watch it live right now, just with you if you want. But after that, if they're not in the challenge, they don't get to come play, right? So you guys will always have access to these words if you need to come back and get remotivated or say, what in the world did she say about that? Yeah, so you'll always be able to come back to these videos. Cool. All right, Catherine's stoked, Bonnie's stoked, Summer's stoked, Kathy, Ian, Amy, awesome. All right, Jen, Michelle, nice, nice, nice. Throw your goodbyes. Come back for Live at 5. It's a totally different deal. I think I'm going to wear the same shirt. Should I go change really fast and throw everybody off? I don't know. Probably not. I probably don't have time. I don't even know what time it is. So we'll be back in a few minutes for Live at 5. But for right now, throw some hearts for the challenge. I am so dang proud of you. Do you have clappy hands? Anybody have clappy hands on there? Clap, clap, clap. Everybody clap for each other. Everybody give each other some love right now and clap for each other that you guys took the plunge to do the challenge. Super excited for you. Super excited for you. Everybody is a winner just by being here. I know, nobody likes to hear that, but it's true. This is going to be a ton of fun. I can hardly wait. And I love how everybody's participating in Basecamp already. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for making it a safe space, as Amy said. You can ask your questions. I'm going to be on there. I'll be on there listening and watching. I'm going to let you guys kind of answer it for yourselves, but if I feel like I can jump in because it'll be a faster answer, then I will get right on that too. Or in some cases, you guys know as we're traveling, things get a little crazy, so you can always @ Charlene and I get a specific notification. So do that. All right. Live at 5 tonight. Where's that list? That one's over there. It's buried. Overland Expo Challenge and trail trainings. All right. Yay! We did it! 2019 challenge underway. We'll see you guys live at 5. Bye!